The Los Angeles Chargers swept the Broncos this year in dramatic fashion on Thursday Night Football, live and direct at SoFi Stadium. And guess who was live and direct for the game? Yours truly. So let's get into how the game went, what being live at SoFi is like, and what it's going to take for the Chargers to keep winning this weekend in New England. In this week's episode of Chargers Corner, let's go. It's your boy, Coach Defense. I'm live and direct. Chargers Corner, Week 17, man. And I have to say, first and foremost, man, I had a blast in Los Angeles, California. The Los Angeles environment, the Los Angeles area showed me nothing but love. As I knew it would. It was great. It was epic. It was epic in the whole entire time I was there. And nothing better than going to SoFi Stadium, watching my team play, and watching them get a divisional victory against the Denver Broncos in dramatic fashion. So it was great. It was great, man. So my trip was awesome. Like I said, it was it was nothing but love out there. I can't say enough about how great my time was in LA, man. And I got to go back. But the game was great, man. And just to chronicle real quick about what happened with the game was love. To start this, I got to give a quick shout out to my guys. Got to the SoFi Stadium early. It was live. Everything was jumping. The tailgating was moving. Walked down Thunder Alley. Saw my guy, the Federation. He showed me love. We had talked on Twitter beforehand. I told him I was going to show up for him, and I did. I saw the fan of the year, Jen Mills. Finally got to meet her in person. That was great. Took pictures with her. I talked to Karen Love Sports, another Chargers legend in the fandom. My guys, LS Boats, the Lightning Strike Boats podcast, Nova and Brody. They showed me a great time out in Electric Avenue, which is right next to Thunder Alley. Something new that they're doing. Great time, great vibes out there, man, for sure. Definitely enjoyed my time out there pregame. And then we get into the stadium. The stadium is as advertised or better. I'm here to tell you. As you can see in my background, it doesn't do it justice. The structure, the state of the art of the stadium is next level, man. It's next level. You really got to experience it for yourself to really understand and appreciate how great it is. It's an awesome stadium. It's nothing like I've ever seen before, and I've been in a lot of stadiums in my lifetime. But overall, man, like I said, I had a great time. It was a great look, and it was a good environment. So so I'm gonna get into my weekend Chargers Corner, talk about Week 16, and we're gonna talk about Week 17. But just getting to the aspects of everything that's going on. Week 17 is here. We're gonna talk about New England, but I got to break down the Broncos game before we get to that. But yes, man, Week 17 was great. I like I said, I can't. Week 16 was great. The environment so far was good. I even show you guys a couple of pictures of mine that I had in a little bit, but talking about the game itself, when I got down to the floor in the area I was sitting at, just to take in all the environments and all the theatrics that go on in a game live in the stadium. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. I can't say enough about it. But overall, man, like I said, the experience was great. And getting to what happened with the actual game, it was some highs and lows. It was highs and lows. I was sandwiched between two Broncos fans, which was interesting. To say the least, but we fought through it. The first half was a little bit touch and go, but the second half was epic, and I can't say enough about the effort that the team gave and how great it was. So, in talking about what was going on with the game, let's get into my pros and cons. Starting with the here's the shots. I almost forgot about that. Here's the shots of the game. This is my shot from the area I was sitting at, when they were backed up in the end zone on my end. So that was a good shot I took. There's another shot of them going into score. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The Broncos are backed up in the situation on that goal line, so they're fighting to keep them pinned in. So yeah, that was a good look. But yeah, I mean, great times had by all. It was awesome, man. So I can't say enough about it. But for sure, man, getting to what happened with the game and my pros and cons. Again, the pros, to start off with the positives. I want to say that I want to give kudos to the coaching staff. Coaching staff did a great job in regards to how they handled the end of the first half. Knowing that they could get that free kick unopposed and unchallenged because of the penalty in the half. Knowing that and getting that free 57-yard kick in the half and giving you momentum going into the half was a great coaching decision. It's something that we haven't seen in many, many years, maybe ever. There's kudos to the coaching staff. I can't say enough about how locked in and buttoned up this coaching staff has been, and something we are not accustomed to as Chargers fans. So just to say that alone is a breath of fresh air. We gotta give kudos and give shouts out to Jim Harbaugh and his staff for understanding the situation, getting that done, and getting those points, and not squandering the opportunity by just throwing a Hail Mary. Especially after coming off a drive before that, we threw an interception. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that you could build on going into half. And then the second half adjustments were epic. Gotta give kudos to that. Definitely got to shout out Justin Herbert first and foremost in regards to players. He really put the team on his back this week. He did everything imaginable to try to win this game, and he came out victorious. So kudos and shouts out to him. It was great to see him really showing primetime single game, primetime Thursday night football, what he is capable of, and let the world know that I'm here and I'm in the upper echelon of quarterbacks in this league. Definitely give him kudos for that. I'll give kudos to the defense. The defense only gave up 6 points in the second half and 2 field goals. And I would argue that the second field goal was more of a garbage time field goal because they were trying to come back from 2 scores down. They were down 10, and they were trying to come back and kick a field goal at the very end of it and kick an onside kick. So they literally gave up one legit score in the second half on the first part of the second half and the third quarter. Outside of that, they played really good defense down the stretch. Second half run game. We was a little bit sputtering here and there in regards to the running game early on, but they got it going. Shouts out to Greg Romo for figuring things out and getting things moving. One of my keys to victory for this game was for them to focus on the interior, center guard area, the B gaps, the A gap running areas, as well as running to the right side. Because there's been a lot of film out there to say that we like to run to the left side only as a team. The Chargers like to run the left side only because it's a stronger area of run blocking on that side. Zion Johnson, Rashawn Slater, the tight ends we have, getting the run game going has been working a lot towards the left side of the line. So balancing that out and not letting defenses key on the fact that they want to fit the run easily on the left side. Shout out to Greg Romo for making that adjustment. And having 21 unanswered points in the second half. They came out, they let up a field goal in the first part of the third quarter, and then they ran off 21 straight after that. Capped off by Justin Herbert's touchdown to Darius Davis that swung the momentum. It was definitely an amazing sight to see when it comes down to that. But yeah, it was definitely a great time, and the pros were definitely good. The offense was much better holistically, and more, especially in the second half. We've had issues in the past where the second half offenses look, lackluster, for lack of a better term. So you have to give kudos for them to be, able to figure things out, make adjustments, and get the run game going in the second half. Cons can't go without the negatives. Got things you got to focus on. The first half defense was non-existent. They allowed 3 straight scores by the Denver Broncos offense in the first half, which was definitely, I guess you can say, depressing as a person that was in the building to see them just give up touchdown after touchdown off the scripted plays that Sean Payton drew up for this offense. They worked to a T, and Bo Nix was, dealing, and that's something you don't want to see a young quarterback do is build confidence early, so that was damaging in that space. The pass rush was lackluster as well. We only had 2 sacks in this game. I think, based upon the personnel we had, we should be having much more production coming from that area in that group with Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and Tui and Bud all being healthy at this point. The 2 sack, montage was not, I guess you can say, something you would expect out of that group. Continued struggles with mobile quarterbacks, period. I mean, they just have a hard time keeping up with, tracking down, and keeping mobile quarterbacks in the pocket. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Bo Nix twice, just to name a few. Anybody that's mobile against us has been a bit of a handful to try to keep from scrambling. I think Bo Nix had about 8.3 yards to carry. He only carried it 3 times, but it was 8 yards a clip. So that's damn near first down. So you got to figure that part out because that part will kill you, especially when you got most of the quarterbacks in the playoffs coming up here, all going to be mobile. So that definitely is a negative spot on the defense that they got to figure out. In the first half offense, so we had 2 punts and an interception. One good driving score and had a couple of field goals, but we wasn't keeping up with the Denver Broncos offense in the first half. So, being down, I want to say 21-10, and then getting that field goal at the end kind of swung it a little bit. But again, if you look at the first half offense versus the second half, it was definitely not the same. It was like night and day, Jekyll and Hyde. So yeah, I definitely want to say that the first half offense was a little bit of a negative, but sure. They did figure it out and made adjustments and got things going downhill in the run game, and the pass game opened up even more. Another thing I've been pointing out for the last several weeks, that you have to get that going and keep it flowing, keep it running, and that will allow the pass game to be that much easier to handle and manage and be productive at. So yeah, I like that part of it once you got the running game going in the second half. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. I think we can pretty much put a bow on this victory and kind of get towards focusing on New England. But I think one final thing I would say, like again, the environment was great. The non-wavering of the team, they didn't get down themselves because they weren't playing well in the second half. They came out with fire and intensity. Derwin, from my understanding, led the team talk in the locker room, get guys fired up and get guys motivated to come out and play hard. That was a good sign. Get Jim Harbaugh knowing his guys, saying that, hey, sometimes the team need to talk to the team versus me talking. And that's what he did. Again, another kudos to the coaching staff. Another kudos to the coaching staff. So, yes, man, it was, again, a great environment, great time, and I had a blast. And, nothing better than getting your first game in the stadium, your first experience being a victory. Nothing better than that. Nothing better than that. So yeah, man, I think it's going to be more times and more good times to come, but one step closer to the playoffs at this point. So with that being said, what are the Chargers going to do going to New England? Very cold weather environment outdoors come Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard. So what they need to do, in my opinion, it's pretty simple and pretty cut and dry. Just not be cute. In all intents and purposes, don't be cute. And this is for all intents and purposes is a trap game. We think New England's tanking. They're looking to get, they position themselves early in the draft to get a good player. I think they're number 2 at this point at the in the draft order. So do they really want to hurt that? But I don't think that Gerard Mayo is going to allow them to lay down. Much like what Antonio Pierce does with Vegas, they're not going to make the team let down and just come out there and just go through the motions. I think they're going to play us hard. Again, the game is going to be cold. It's going to be likely maybe raining on Saturday. So you can't fall for the trap. Cannot fall for the trap. This is a clear trap game, and it's to get jam you up and push your playoff chances and your seeding back a step because you don't allow for you to come out and play hard and fast. It's the East Coast game. It'll be a 10 a.m. game for most people that live on the West Coast. So you got to be able to adjust to the time frame, adjust to the cold weather, and be able to play sound football early and get on top early in order to make these boys play from behind. So understand what the cold weather is going to be like. You have to run the ball. I mean, those ugly, nasty games in those cold and rainy environments, you got to establish the line of scrimmage and run the ball. Make it a very, very physical and a powerful game. Make it a power run game. Establish the line of scrimmage, control the time of possession is another key. You want to control the time of possession and give them limited opportunities to be able to move the ball offensively against our defense in those type of conditions. And score early, make the pass play from behind, make him play catch up. I don't think the team is equipped to play catch up ball in a lot of spaces. So I think that if you score early, especially in the first half, get that first half offense going better than it has in the past, then you can allow yourself to some breathing room and allow for them to potentially go and get into a pass only mode and allow for them to make mistakes. And that way we allow you to again force them into a passing environment and allow you to put more and more pressure on Drake May. Get Drake May, rattled and off his rhythm. You definitely want to get that done and allow for him to be able to, struggle a bit, with your coverages, your protections, your blitz schemes, and things of that nature that Justin Herbert likes to do. So I do believe that they should get that going. And if they do those things, I think they should come out with a victory. I think that it should happen. Getting such a much better coach team than we've seen in the past. So relying on the coaching, relying on the running game, and not being conservative and going out here and seizing this moment and clinching your playoff berth now will be best. And then you can kind of figure out what you want to do for the last weekend of the season. But you want to be able to clinch that berth first and not have to worry about next week going against the Raiders. So with that being said, if they get these things done, don't fall for the trap. Cold weather game, rain game, understand what the conditions are. Early game, run the ball, establish line of scrimmage, control the clock. Score early, make the play catch up, force them into a passing only mode, and allow you to pressure Drake May. Things should come out pretty good. So I like our chances in this game. It should be a good victory for the Chargers if they handle business properly and don't fall for the, I guess you can say the tricks of the trade of playing a team that's not up to your standard, in a sense, record wise. So just don't fall for the trap, and things will go well. So I like the chances if they do that. So that being said, man, like I said, the game was great. I love my experiences out there, and shouts out to everybody that showed me love. And like I said, I will be back at some point to experience it once again. But again, it was a great time. And if you're looking for me, in between times, you need to reach out to me. Here's my social media accounts. I am Lockdown Divas on Twitter or X, and I'm Lockdown Divas Sports everywhere else, even on YouTube now. YouTube now is Lockdown Divas Sports, and Lockdown Divas Sports at gmail.com if you need to email me. So you can reach out for me for any Chargers news or NFL news in any space. Please do so, and we'll be back as always next week for another Chargers Corner episode. But until then, I'm your boy Coach Defense. Until we see you next time in this video, step up and lock it down.